Welcome back to my channel and of course to Charot. Thank you so much for watching this video with me and of course for continuously supporting my content, hindi channel, because again, I am not here just for the sake, right? I'm here to help and support other medical professionals that are struggling like me. And of course, lahat ng mga moms out there as well. Gusto ko ding sabihin sa inyo na lahat ng videos na ito ay purely from the heart, and kung ano man itong sinasabi ko, these are just based on my experience. Probably you'll experience different situations, but I guarantee you that all that process ay para sa ikabubuti nyo. Okay? So again, thank you for allowing me to be part of that journey. And I will be continuously update you as well with regards to this training. And for this video, I want to talk more about what you're going to expect this time during the training. Okay? And if you are interested, then just keep on watching. Alright, now we are in the second part of this video, which we are going to talk about during the training. Okay, so this time, let's say that you are part of batch 69 and you're in the middle of, or you just finished the first week of training. So, kumusta na? Okay pa ba tayo? Okay pa. Kasi para naman sa future ang pinaglalaban natin, di ba? Okay, now, gusto kong i-discuss to further sa inyo kasi majority din sila tatanggap kong messages is nagiging overwhelmed na sila. Okay? So, without further ado, let's start with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is, it will get harder. I'm sorry to break it up to you guys, but yes, it will get harder. And I'm not going to encourage you or even say na it will get easier, it will be okay, ganon. Guys, it will get harder. Not only with the training itself, but there are other factors. Diba? Sa lahat ng mga dumaan sa training, alam nyo kung ano pinagsasabi ko. Those other factors that could really influence your decision to keep moving forward or to stop. Now, what I usually say to everyone, lalo na sa mga gusto nang mag-give up, why did you join in the first place? Okay? So, that question allows you to give more room to think and of course factors to consider. Kasi nga, alam ko naman different yung situations natin, different yung struggles natin, but I believe you all have one goal, one motivation, and at kung ano pa yan, I believe you have something in common, and I believe that's the reason why you joined Hello Rich in the first place. So if you're doing this for fun, then do it. Again, I'm not judging anyone with their reasons why they joined the company or why you want to join the company. Kasi nga, we all have our own pace. So now, for tip number 1, probably it might not sound helpful, but yes, sometimes you just have to accept the slap of reality. Kasi reality sometimes hurts, but sometimes it's good to know the reality. Okay, tip number 2, be comfortable with. Okay, so for tip number 2, this talks about ano? Yan, tama. This talks about the people surrounding you. During the training, you will meet a lot of people. You will meet a lot of QAs. And most especially, you're going to meet a lot of people behind the company. Okay, so these are the people, yung mga admin, or yung mga client managers, and a lot more. And you will see them via Zoom, and you might feel thankful kasi these people will really inspire you from the very beginning up until the end. Okay, and I really find that QA is very helping and of course very accommodating, which is good by the way. Kasi during the training, diba sabi ko sa tip number 1, it will get harder. And the more it gets harder, you need someone to approach, diba? And if you know that you have a QA that you can approach, then it is really great to know kasi they can really help you cross the bridge. Okay, so that is for my tip number 2. First, I want to add, sinabi ko itong be comfortable. Not only that you are comfortable approaching QAs, but you must be also comfortable talking with your other friends that you met here. But very careful to choose these people. Okay? Hindi natin masyadong kilala ang mga ibang trainee. So that is your responsibility, and that is something that you should carefully choose. Okay? Hindi ko sinasabing hindi sila trustworthy, but there will be other people that is worthy of your trust. There's a difference. Okay? So find those people, and they can also help you cross the bridge during the training. For tip number 3, during the training, it's okay to make mistakes. Yes. So being an HVA, it is very important to give good outputs, to give great outputs. However, what is important as well is you should know that you can commit mistakes at the same time. Kasi hindi din tayo perfect eh. And lalo na with my own experience, I don't have any experience with being an HVA. So I could really do make mistakes. But, okay, meron yang but. Very important that when you do make your own mistakes, make sure that you can learn from it. Okay? And of course, avoid being negligent. Okay? During the training, there will be a set of instructions that will be given to you, and very important to follow those instructions. That is a great way to impress your future clients and your QAs as well. Because when you can follow instructions, then that means you are a good listener, and of course, you are a potential. You are a great potential. So yun lang, very important yan. And sinasabi ko na it's okay to make mistakes kasi there are times na may mga cases or protocols that you're going to discuss, and you might encounter difficult or complicated scenarios na that will complicate your decision, or your decisions. So make sure that even though you make your own mistakes or you are making mistakes, make sure that you know what those are and you are apologetic, and of course, never forget to learn from it. Basta, sinasabi ko sa inyo, okay lang talagang magkamali. Okay lang yan. Ang importante, you know what you're going to do with it. Okay? And of course, always follow instructions. Alright? It will really help you get through with the training. Tip number 4, open-minded. Okay? So basing on our third tip, right? This step for 4th, not with the business, but open-minded ka sa situation. So what I'm saying is, we discussed previously about the mistakes that you did. So you have to be open-minded with the corrections. Sometimes meron kasi tayong tendencies na ayaw nating makorrect, right? But very, very important to keep in mind na, again, since you're making mistakes, then you need some corrections, right? So that's what our parents do. They mold us, they teach us, and at the same time, they spank us pag hindi tama ginagawa natin. So that's what the Hello Rache concept is trying to do as well. So when those corrections are given to you, whether regardless of how it is being brought up or regardless of it was given to you, the most important part there is you get the point and you will do something about it to improve and to correct that. Okay? It's really nice to be an open-minded person. Again, that's a business, but during this kind of situation, during the training, kasi you will meet a lot of different personalities and you will meet a lot of corrections along the way, and this will help you fine-tune, okay? Fine-tune the rocky roads that you are making. And again, without the experience, you won't learn naman, diba? So it's really good to be exposed with this kind of mistakes here during the training rather than doing it with your clients. So prevention is better than cure. All right, and tip number 5, and this means shyness, go away. All right, so being a person or being a future HVA who makes mistakes and now being open-minded to corrections, this time shyness must be taken away, okay? Alisin nyo yan sa system nyo, and of course, being confident. Okay, so ito yung mga qualities ko which I'm not really proud of. Yung tipong akala mo confident ako, but actually I'm not. And gusto kong i-improve yon by doing some things that I don't usually do, and that really helps. For example, let's say, hindi ka magaling mag-lead or hindi ka confident na magaling kang leader. So what you're going to do with that? That means when you're given the tasks to work with a group of people during the training, then you can at least take the initiative. So when I say take the initiative, you can start the conversation or engage in a conversation. Again, those things that you didn't do or that you don't usually do, it's more taking of a risk, taking more of responsibility of the mistakes that you are going to encounter in the future. And again, you won't be facing the tasks alone. So that is very important to remember. I hope you get my point for this tip. Kasi again, being confident is the new sexy. Not being overconfident. Maraming makaka-notice niyan if you are being overconfident. So be careful as well. Alright, tip number 6. Being inquisitive. Alright, so from being confident, okay, you are now practicing being confident during the training. So you are now doing the things that you don't usually do. This time, when you are being an inquisitive, that means it will help you as well grow that personality. And ano bang ibig kong sabihin? Well, of course, if you are confident, then you can ask questions. And when you can ask questions, then that means you are willing to learn and you want your questions to be answered. And if those questions are answered, then that means lesser chance for you to be confused, especially with multiple tasks or with complicated tasks. Maraming opportunity ang ibibigay sa inyo to prove your worth, your value, your capacity, your potential. And make sure that when those opportunities are given, grab them. Okay? Kasi again, opportunity only knocks once. So if you put in your mind na ito na yung last opportunity as if lang, then that means you could really benefit from it. I assure you. Sabihin nyo sa akin pag hindi yun beneficial ha, kasi i-edit ko to. Okay. Kasi lang, di ba? But again, make sure to remember those. And of course, with my last tip, my tip number 7. For tip number 7, keep the positive attitude. Alright. Kasi knowing the 6 tips that I gave you, which probably you're thinking, this is not actually a great tip, or this is not actually great tips. But yes, you should remember those. At first, you should know that it will get harder, right? And next time, the next tip is you have to find someone that is worthy of your trust, right? And of course, with tip number 3, yung okay lang gumawa ng mistakes, pwede lang ba talaga? And then, open-minded naman ako. But actually, you're not. And sabi mo, confident ka, pero bakit hindi ka nagtitake ng initiative? And sabi mo, confident ka, bakit hindi ka kilala ng ibang trainees? Those questions. And of course, gumagawa ka nga ng mistakes, pero bakit ganun ang approach? Parang nakaka-insulto. Ganon. Not only QAs will do the corrections, okay? You might encounter trainees that will also correct you as well. Bringing that positive attitude with you will really make a difference. Kasi, aside from the corrections that will be given to you, there will be a lot of tasks that will question you and your value, and if you're going to push through with the training. So very important to keep that positive attitude because it will also help you cross the bridge. And again, when you want to buy a dress and it costs $99.50, you won't be able to get that dress without the 50 cents, right? Tama? Tama. So, just like my videos, even though that my value of my videos are only 50 cents, if you can only change your perception to something, then you can get that dress. Or in reality, you can get what you want, which is being a certified HVA. This training will really push you to the edge of the cliff, where you're going to jump or not, or to endure the pain during the training. But I assure you that what they say during the training, which is trust the process, never give up, and probably it may really sound cliche to you, but kaya mo yan, okay? Those kind of encouragements, you know that will really help as well. No matter how small, usually the thought rounds during the training. So I hope this video will be helpful to you, trainees and future trainees. And I believe with all that said, that ends this video. So again, if you have any questions or clarifications, feel free to DM and PM me, and I will make sure to respond to them as soon as possible. Okay? So ayan lang mga co-HVAs, mga kacharot-charot. I know na hindi lang to charot-charot, and I know you know that. Kasi again, hindi ko to sinasabi just for the sake. I'm saying this to help you, other medical professionals that are looking for their worth and with their effort. And I believe with this training, you will assess yourself as well. And that's it for this video. I hope that I touched again a part of your heartbeat. And I hope to see you again for our next video. Okay, Batang Chan. All right. See you soon, and you have a great training. Bye bye.